Part 2. I just started uploading one of my videos like that I've been recording today. And I'm like, oh my god, it looks so cute. Like, oh my god, like, what? Ah! I need to get like so many things like done. I'm just like, you know, I'm just like, come on in. I'm not playing about these things, but also like, anyways, soul, and then like all four of them together is gonna be like what it's about in regards to like my gifts that have like come online. So what I do for my soul is like face my fears or like do things anyways. Trusting my intuition in practice. And this is what I've said before in my How I Changed My Life video. It's like knowledge without application is futile. And it's the same way like I was saying about like it doesn't matter about race like unless you're like applying it, or like it depends on like how you're like using it. And like I guess to like you just use this for everything. It's like I said, the flat earth is like, it doesn't matter unless you're like applying it, unless you're making it matter. It's nothing. Everything depends on us to be alive. So I was able to purchase like a membership, I guess, to Derek J. Wright's AIDA method in 2024, summer 2024. And that's like when I started like practicing like the AIDA method. And I kind of just use that kind of like now in like my own way. Yeah, I think it's the same way like with Ramona Lappin and like her activations and stuff. I take like from her and like I use it in my own way. Yeah, like I just kind of like tweak it to like my own things, and so like the same way you can like do here. But I guess I'll just kind of like start back in 2020 when like everything like ramped up for me, because we were always like this, you know. I was always like this, but like it became very like, okay, like we have to do something. Like this is something, like it's not just like over there something, it's like over here something. My intuition was just like, and so like I said before, I get like these guidances to just do things or to just go certain places, and I would be guided sometimes to do things that were, I guess, like dangerous. Like I remember one time I was guided to like go to this park, and it was like literally like midnight, like, and this is like downtown, like college campus. I'm by myself, like I haven't told anybody I've left, like very dangerous, you know. And I remember like being terrified, but I did it anyways. I did it and I was fine. Nothing happened to me. Nobody came up to me. Nobody tried anything with me. And I was fine. And so I think that's like one of like the most extreme versions of it. But I would just listen. I would just go. And so I know that me doing that is what like allowed my gifts to kind of like ground themselves in me, because I was trusting. I'd get the guidance to do something and I go do it. I listened to it. Especially back then, I was just like, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, and I had all this stuff, like this work I was doing, these different orgs that I was a part of. I was just like, and then like, it was just a lot. And so I just go. And so this is like one of the main things. Like I remember I did a reading for my stepdad, who's like a masculine man. He's very like typical, I feel like in like a good way, or, you know, not so good way, but you know, like, I mean, just typical. like people were asking like what to get him for his birthday. I was just like, dad stuff, like, you know what I mean, like just he's just a dad. And I did like his reading, and he was like, how do you know like which cards to get? And I just thought that was so interesting, because like nobody had ever asked me that, and nobody's asked me that since. And it's usually because like I don't think I've done any readings for like masculine men like him, who are like I said, like very typical straight, cisgendered, and like I work for my money and I take care of my family, like that type of you know, typical vibe. And so yeah, and I just thought that was so interesting. I was like, he is unfamiliar with his intuition. Like when he gets these nudges, he does not follow them, and so they're very like suppressed and like quiet. And so this is what I would say is like, this is been the best medicine for my soul, has been like listening to my intuition. And now, like I said, I kind of get cocky, like especially like with my guides or telling me stuff. They're like I said, wake up at 6 a.m. and I'm like, no. Or they're like, you should do this, or I'm like, no. Like, but this is how it started. Like I didn't used to hear them this clearly before. So that's, I would say the number one thing is like, or the first thing that I'm mentioning anyways, is like, take a risk on your intuition. Something else I would say, I just had it in my brain and then it just went away. This is what happens. Oh yeah, okay. So what happened like after that or during that time is I would hear, I call them the angel bells, the ding, 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 like those sounds in my ears. I started hearing them a lot. And so this is kind of like my, I guess, second thing, like understand how like holy and sacred, like not just you are, like your not just your body, but like your soul, and like it knows what it's doing. We get taught a lot that like our bodies don't know what we're doing, or just us in general. We're monsters. We're doing everything wrong. Look what we've done. Like I said about the dentist, the doctor, your body just naturally is rotting. Like that's what they tell you, but you're being poisoned is what's happening. And so like with the angel bells, like I could have like gone to the doctor, or there were a couple of people I remember I used to do videos and I'd hear the ding, ding, ding. They'd be like, you have tinnitus. There's something wrong with your ears. This would be like the next thing I'm telling you is like when things like that happen, or like you have like I don't know, just something like that. Like don't go against yourself. Don't go against your body. Because now I know that was my clear audience coming online. Like I can hear much more clearly my guides than before. It used to just be the ding, ding, ding. I don't know how to, like, I don't know, like a radio frequency getting tuned in. Like it'd be staticky sometimes, but that's what it was. It was me tuning in to the frequency where I could hear the guidance, where I could hear the spirit, where I could hear myself coming online. It's not the devil. It's not the illness or something wrong with you. And I feel like, you know, there's people online, like they're like me, and they're like, if you feel like there's something wrong, then go to the doctor. And it's like, sure, like you can do that, but like I feel like even if something's wrong, like if there's like something you need to like really pay attention to, I would still highly recommend you like seek other like, you know, things alongside like going to the doctor. You know what I mean? Like Dr. Yakai, like other people like that, like holistic things. And number one, like your own like guidance. Like sit down and listen to yourself. Like ask yourself, what do I need? What do I need to do? Or what do I need to go? What do I need to consume to help with this? And like, the horn will blow. What else do I do for my soul? So, like I said, like facing fears and like doing it anyway. So when I meditate, this is how I got like to enhance or to turn on the gift where I could like physically like feel my guides, my ancestors, like the beings touch me. I used to be doing the Ada method, or I guess like I said, my version of it, like where I just call it like meditating, not really trying to have out of body experiences. And I remember like I would feel, it started like at my feet. I think it started when I was in China. I would feel like someone like at my feet, like a pressure. And I remember it scared me. I was like, holy shit, I'm like, it's working. Like I'm doing something, like it's actually like I'm actually doing something like meta, you know? And like little by little, I was like, okay, like they're on my feet, they're touching my feet, like, okay. And it wasn't like they were tickling me or anything, it was just like pressure. And then like when I was back in the States in my bed, I remember like being braver, because like this had been like months now, I think. Yeah, it'd been months, probably like 6 months or something like that, of like me doing the meditation, like my own personal style of it. And I was like, I'm ready. I'm like, y'all can like, cause I'd seen them like in my clair sight, my psychic sight. I seen like my guides with my eyes closed. I saw them, and they're like, they're cool. They're here to help me. And so I was like, I give you permission to like touch the rest of my body. Like you can touch me, like tell me you're here. And they did. Like it was like, I think it was like, they started like knees and upper thighs. Cause this is what I'd be telling people. I'm like, when you think about like, who would be in your room? Like who would be in your room? Who would just spend their time like, you know, like in your room? It'd be people that love you, like be beings that love you. Like who would just like who do you watch? Like you watch people who you love, you know? Like, I don't know, I guess some people like sit and like watch people they hate, but like for like night after night, like, I don't know. I feel like rule of thumb is like if they're around you, they love you 9 times out of 10, okay? And so they understand, like they don't want to scare me. Like I know them. I probably like leave my body every night and go like talk to them and hang out with them. Like they talk to you, they know you, you know them. And so like this is why like you have to, in my experience, kind of like tell them like when you're ready, or like let them know it's like cool now, because probably you told them, I'm not ready, I'm scared. Don't touch me, like I'm not ready for this. And so they love you, so they listen, they do not. And also because you're your own like sovereign being, like nothing, you are like God, you know? And so like your law is law, you know? And so you have to like give permission, one way or another, I feel like, or this has been my experience. I don't want to say for everything. This is my experience with the touching, okay? I'm gonna say that. And they did. Slowly but surely they did. And it's pretty awesome now. That's pretty cool. So that's something else that I do for my soul, is like, it doesn't have to, sometimes I feel like I do like jump off the deep end and I'm like, take me, like whatever happens. But like little by little, like I kind of, what's it called, like exposure therapy. I expose myself to it, like the toe in the water, 2 toes in the water, 1 foot in the water, like little by little expose myself to these things I'm like afraid of. And then like once I'm like comfortable, like I've gotten mastery over it, that's when I can like, that's when I'm like, okay, now I'm ready, open it up. Yeah, so that's what I do. I think I'm gonna leave it at there for soul. Now I'm gonna get into like all four. I need a break, hold on. Darling, these are the last words I wanted to say. The first words I know when I wake. That's a song I wrote. I love that song. I feel like that's like one of the best songs I've written this year. I love it. I love it. I love the idea of like saying, darling, these are the last words I wanted to say. The first words I know when I wake. I guess it's like something else like I would say with the soul, even though I just said I'm done with the soul, is like I said, it's all about you. Like, notice yourself. And what I've noticed is like, what the hell is this? When I'm like around certain people or about to meet or like in the energy of certain people, my gifts can like activate or close down like tenfold depending on who it is. I remember when I was in China, my friend Ariana, I think it's good to say her name, Ariane, she was very like well versed in like therapy and stuff, and she was saying how like we need like paying attention to her body when around, like how does your body react to certain people. That's all, that's like mind, body, and soul care. And that's what I was saying earlier about like I don't text, I don't let just anybody like have like contact with me. I don't just talk and like entertain or interact with anybody, you know. It's very like, you know, very key. Even people where like I love them so much, my intuition, I don't feel right talking to you right now, so I don't. And it's hard because like we're trained. It wasn't that hard for me because but we're like trained to like, if you're friends with somebody, you need to be talking to them all the time, like you need to be reaching out for them, and if not, like you're letting your friendship go down the drain. Like, no. And so like if I notice like when I'm like listening to certain people or around certain people, my gifts like activate and open up, I intentionally like seek those people out, right? So that's something else. So let's get into like how I astral project. I think we'll just kind of like go with that, or how I super see. I don't feel like I don't like the word astral projection. I feel like it sounds very like medical or something. I don't even know if I'm like doing it that way. People are talking about. So watching Stranger Things, I'm like in love because like the way that they like show how 11 does it, I'm just like, oh, it's like a visual of like what's in my mind or like how I do it. Like it just, it's so nice seeing it reflected like on screen. Because a lot of times, like as the witch that I am, it's like people don't believe me, and so like it's nice whenever like I get like that confirmation like from outside of myself, even though I've been forced to get it from inside of myself. But how I do it, main thing is like my eyes need to be closed. The clicks, there I am again. It helps a lot if it's like my eyes are like blacked out, like I have something that's dark over my eyes. I can do it without it though. We can do anything. Like I said, all you need all the time is just yourself. But it definitely helps me when like my eyes are covered up and I can't see anything, including like the side of my eyes, and when I'm reclined. I've done this before in my car where I was like just leaning back, but being flat on my back, I've noticed like, excuse me, helps it even more. So how I usually, I guess it's kind of like exactly like 11. Holy shit. Maybe I've just been like repeating her process subconsciously. So let's say, for example, if I'm looking for a certain person, I've had this happen in my life where certain family members were assumed to be in danger, and my mother comes to me and she's like, can you check in on this person? Like, we can't get in contact, or I can't get there fast enough. Like, can you go see? So I lay down flat in my car, I'll recline, or I flat on my back in my bed if I can. I cover my eyes, or I just close my eyes. And then I say their name. Let me just do it now. I feel like I should just do it now so I can like see my process. I'm gonna pick somebody in my family. I already have a name. Okay, so now I'm kind of seeing what I'm doing. So I go inside in the silence, and this is why it helps if you're like regularly like using your intuition. Like, all the things I said before all come into play now, because whenever I do my readings or read tarot, or like use my hand to see which path to go down, literally I'm pulling into that. So like now it's easier for me to like snap into it. And I know you can feel it, or hopefully you can. When I go, you can feel it. I go inside and I say their name, and then like I can feel these little flickers of like their energy, and I snap onto it. And every time I feel it more and more, or like it kind of goes away, I say it again, the name, this person, and I just keep on. Like it takes patience and kind of like determination. Like, you know, this person exists, so it's like I'm not giving myself a choice but to find them. So, and then like once I start to kind of see like visuals of like where I think they are, or what things I associate with them, I kind of let them go, and I tell like my inner compass, no, show me exactly like right now where they are and what they're doing. So give me a moment. I'm gonna do it now and get what I can get about this person. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Like, I don't want to freak her out in case she's like, ah. So yeah, I heard all the clicks and stuff. I don't know if you heard them or not. And yeah, just now it's still clicking. It's like, I've found that that's probably like my intuition, like my soul. Like, it like touches. I don't know. It makes the sounds. Anyways, so I went to one of my cousins, and I know she won't mind. And I saw she's just like she's feeling good because her fiance has just like given her something. I saw green, so it could be like flowers, or maybe they sent her like a video of like somebody getting flowers. Like he has done something sweet that's made her feel sweet. And I felt that she was like in a car, or outside. Like, I felt like she was in a car looking through a glass window, and like stopped and like either saw the text or looked at flowers. I feel like it's more of a text about flowers or something green, or he sent her a picture of flowers he got her at home or something like that. Like I felt that. And I can call her, like message her and like confirm these things, but like I already know. But this is something you could try, like confirming. Yeah, and then so that's how I do it. Hopefully that was like good enough, and like, you know, be gentle with yourself like afterwards and stuff like that. Like always be gentle with yourself. I have here written Squid Games, and I'm happy because I'm like, I forgot about that. But I mentioned before, like one of my things, like the sight one has like picked up. And I think because I asked her to, there's this guy named Caesar. I think his channel is called Beyond the Frequency 369. And he like has a whole thing about like seeing with his eyes closed. And I'm like, I could do that. One of my like favorite things is like people challenging me, like people being able to do something I can't do. I'm like, give it here. Like I just love it. It really, I really like thrive off of like, I don't know, good competition spirit. But I was thinking, I was like, I can like do that, but like not like as accurately as he can. I don't know, I feel like I kind of low-key want to try it now, like to see like what I can do. But this is how you like, this is what I'm saying, like this is how you like can get, like this is how you develop your gifts, by like just kind of like tapping and like seeing like what can I do this, like, you know. And so I was watching Squid Games the challenge. I'm gonna need to get some tea after this because I've been talking a long time. I didn't really warm my voice. I like took a shower so the steam helped, but like I didn't like or anything. Anyway, I was watching Squid Games the challenge, and like there would be parts where like they had to like guess stuff, like it'd be like one blue marble in this hand, a red one in this hand, like you have to choose, or it was with the black coin and like the gold coin, like which one is which, or like, you know, like stuff like that, like for the game, like you have to like kind of like guess. But I was like, I can just see. I was like, let me just like use my sight and just see which one is the right one. And I got it right every time. I was like, I see the blue ones in that hand. And I was like, the gold coins didn't work that well because the guy kept like telling everybody his answers. But the first time the guy didn't. And I was like, oh, it's like before he said it, I was like, it's in that hand. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm so good. And I feel like just like, also like hype yourself up. Like, you know, like, girl, like, boy, you did that thing. Like, you did that thing. But yeah, like, that's what I, like, you just kind of like try. Like, you, like I said, the more you like practice like being in touch with your soul, the more easy it is to kind of like tap into it. So, like I just like, I like like I just said, I like competition, but I hate playing games because I don't like to lose. So I don't play anything I know I can't win. And so I don't play games much. I think it's also because like I don't like the energy of all the people, and it's like it's overstimulating for me. But I do like to play Left, Right, Center, the game with the dice. And I am known to be very good at that game. And it's because I cheat or I just use my gifts. Whenever I have the dice, I always use my left hand and I close my eyes, and I don't try to like see how I want them to land. I just put my energy like on it. Like, this is what's best for me. And I just leave it up to that. Whatever is best for me. And there are times I roll over and over like perfect ... Like in that game, you getting the dots is like the best thing because you get to keep your money. So over and over, I roll it. Like if you be like, wow, like roll it again, boom, roll it again, boom. And the times when I've lost, it's always because like I can feel like that's the best thing is for like this other person to like have it, or I can feel my intuition being like, lose this one and like let it go, let it be. But whenever I'm like tuned in, like I win every time. Oh Lord, somebody's at the door. I think I have I said it all? I think I can leave it at this. Yeah, maybe that's like the end of it. I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope it's been so helpful. Let me know in the comments if you want like more details or more videos like this. Yeah, thank you.